let's talk first sale for a second.
Sure.
And you and I just had a long conversation with a client about the idea of using first sale. And I think it kind of goes into another one of those buckets that there's not a lot of conversation around the idea of first sale. So maybe real quick, Pat, why don't you give us just a real quick high level overview of what exactly first sale rule is, and then maybe you and I can dive into a couple of examples.
Sure. So the first sale rule is based in some court cases from, I think, the early 90s. And it's applicable in scenarios where there are multiple sales for export to the United States. For example, a lot of importers will place orders for merchandise with trading companies. They can be in any country. And then the trading company has a manufacturing arm. It's either a separate factory that the trading company owns, or in some cases, it's just the factory they have a relationship with, and they're not owned. But there'll be two sales there: the sale from the factory to the trading company, and then from the trading company to the importer. The first sale in that transaction is going to be for a lower value than the second sale, because the second sale is going to have that trading company's profit in it, its markup, where you can declare that first sale between the factory and the trading company without that markup and declare that value and play duty on that lower value, and in that way save money. It's a great program because it's not specific to any country. It will exist after these tariffs go away. So if you have a high duty rate or a moderate duty rate on any of your products, you can set up this program now to mitigate the effects of any 232 or 301 duties. And then when they go away, you'll still be realizing duty savings in perpetuity. That's the long and short of it. It does get complicated, especially if the trading company and the factory are related. Customs scrutinizes a little more transactions between parties that are related. They don't want people artificially creating values to declare to customs for purposes of saving duties. It has to be a legitimate value. It also can get complicated if the trading company provides any raw materials to the factory. But these are all issues that can be worked out. We've done it hundreds, if not thousands of times. And a lot of times companies will start saving money the day the program is set up and continue to do it until the program ends, if it ends.
No, absolutely. Like I said, it's a huge program. Not enough people take advantage of it. There is some definite complexity there. So I wouldn't really recommend anybody just saying, hey, I think my product qualifies, and just jumping into it. Talk to your broker, talk to outside counsel, talk to both, figure out exactly what works and doesn't work. And I don't want to spend a ton of time on it because we have a whole mountain of 301 questions still floating around here. But, just in general, it's a great way. And I think the example that we talked about, with that potential client is they're importing an item into Canada for, let's say, $5, and they turn around and they're selling it into the US, for $25, and paying 25% against that $5 import or 25% against that $25 import is the difference between having a successful business and putting them out of business. So, I think people, when they think about this, need to think maybe a little bit larger picture here. And there are some big opportunities for folks to save substantial funds on really when we start talking about 301 type duties.
And it's found money. I mean, you're not changing. If your supply chain is set up to take advantage of this and you're not taking advantage of it, it's just money sitting out there that you could be saving. You'll have to put a little work into it to make sure everything's buttoned up, but it can be found money that you didn't have one day and then you have the next.
Right. And a lot of times it is simply that you spend a little bit, your return on investment a lot of times can come back in the first month or so. And then after that, it's all a brilliant investment.